Maverick 100.9 Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss, joined by my good friend and your Aggie Land artist, Jack Nelson. Howdy.
Woo-hoo. Howdy, howdy. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm stoked for tonight. We got you for Party on the Patio. Lucky us.
Yeah, and the weather is perfect and clear and not too bad out today. It's kind of nice. So I'm
You
digging
know,
it. I'm
for
ready to rock and roll.
for August, we take what we can get. But I do know when you join us at Party on the Patio, obviously, like happy hour starts at 5. So you can go inside and have drinks at the bar, discounted drinks at the bar. But when we move
Whoop.
to the patio and Jack starts playing at 6:30, it is completely shaded. Completely. And we got fans. It is such a good atmosphere. So I'm super stoked that everybody kind of gets to experience you raw and in your element tonight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's great. I get to sit down, do the kind of singer-songwriter thing, tell the stories behind the songs, and it's a great kickoff to this. I haven't even announced it yet officially, but this is kind of going to be the kickoff to my mountain tour that we're doing for the whole month of August and September. So it'll be a nice little goodbye before we hit the road. I know I've got like one
Yes.
show in spring on Friday, and then we're doing a cancer benefit in New Braunfels, and then from there we're up and headed to the mountains. So this will be the last little deal we do here in College Station for a month or two.
And it's right here at home. Oh my gosh, that is special. And
Yeah.
speaking of special, you've got a lot of special things coming up that we'll be chatting about. So make sure you keep it here with me. But right now, we got to chat about the brand new single that you've released to radio, Roadrunner.
Yes.
It makes me want to go, me, me.
Yeah, we kind of thought about putting a meet me at the end of it, but the production quality that because Jody Bartula, we recorded it right here in town.
Yeah.
And what's awesome is it was after last year's mountain run. I got home, sat down, and wrote Roadrunner right after that tour last year, right here in my living room in College Station. And then it was not a week later, I was over at Jody's house, and we had already tracked the song. It was one of the first four that we tracked here at his house right here in College Station, and knocked it out. And then him and Seth just had a wonderful time with all the mixing and cool effects and all the sounds and stuff. And like I know y'all have been hearing the commercial on, or y'all have been playing the commercial for Party on the Patio, and Roadrunner's playing in the background. Like wait till you hear the song
Yes.
outside of just, it's like it's been a great teaser before you release the song to play for everybody here. It's very smart of you to do that, because once you hear that song, it's gonna suck you in. Like,
I
it's
can
so
assure you
good.
that's going to be the only time today that someone calls me smart, but thank you.
You're welcome.
But we are getting everybody pumped up to see it tonight and getting everyone pumped up for a new album as well, which we're going to talk about that next. But first, we're giving you Roadrunner, the latest from Aggie Land artist Jack Nelson on Maverick 100.9. Due to copyright, Brian Broadcasting is not licensed to air this single for you in podcast form, but you can now find it anywhere that you stream and download music. And today's interview continues now. Maverick 100.9. You heard it here first. That was Roadrunner by Jack Nelson, who is tonight's performer on Party on the Patio at Cooper's Old Time Pit Barbecue. So make sure you come out and join us live. I'll be there. Jack will be there. And you're going to be playing a lot of new stuff because we got a new album coming out next week, right?
Next week, yeah, next Friday. So I am gonna let you in on a little radio exclusive. If you
Okay.
didn't check your emails this morning,
Did I? I
the
did not.
I have sent you the entire album. So via CD text, all the radio stations are getting got this Thursday morning. All the CD text, all the radio stations got the album in completion without before streaming. And then another little radio exclusive I'll let you all in on is, since radio's getting the whole album, I didn't want to leave the general population left out. I'm actually releasing the title track, Going Places,
Mhm.
out to all the streaming services. So that'll drop tonight at midnight.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh, what a big day. What a big week. I'm so excited. And I
Yeah.
didn't think you could get me more excited because uh to the people who don't know, I pre-ordered the album and Jack hand delivered it to me because, you know,
Yeah, because you're coilest. Duh.
I don't want to say it like that because we're friends and I love him. And I am very excited for the path that you've been on. I am excited for this new music you're putting out because it's really reflecting a whole new Jack Nelson. You've gone through a lot of personal changes, you've gone through creative changes, and it all comes down to this moment. This is a
Oh
big
yeah.
moment.
Well, thank you. I'm very, very proud of it. It's very authentic. It's very genuinely me. It is not anybody else. It's not me trying to be anybody else. It's not me trying to fit a certain mold. It's me making the kind of music that I really enjoy making and I enjoy listening to. Because the first album that I put out in 2015, I've pulled all of that from streaming just because it doesn't honestly reflect who I am as a musician anymore. And some of the hits from that will make a comeback later on. But this of all of the stuff that I've created over the years, this album in particular, I've probably already listened. It's not even out yet, and I've listened to it more times than I listened to anything else I've ever created, just because I enjoy it so much, and I think it's just so good. So it's kind of like I've said it a few times. Like if this album takes me to the moon and I'm selling out Red Rocks because of it, because it does such great things. That's awesome. I would be super pumped, and what a dream come true that would be. If it doesn't do that, that's perfectly fine with me because I know how great it is. And to be able to have that breath of fresh air behind it, it was just like, man, if you don't get it, then you just don't get it because this is great. And I'm so proud of being able to make it. And it's huge thanks to, of course, the good Lord above and Jody Bartula that made all this happen so as good as it did. So, and just a phenomenal lineup of players and singers. Like I think I've got another local Aggieland artist is on here. Julia Hatfield is singing harmonies with me. I was able to get my wife in there on harmonies as well for a nice personal touch on some things. I've got a lot of the other guys from the Cody Johnson camp playing it on it as well. We've got Harrison Yoon on steel guitar. We've got Keo Shroud from Big and Rich playing drums. And so, like, it's an all star lineup. And we take these songs, I've been writing them since 2016. Some of them even before then, before they were finally completed. So it's just it's a decade in the making of all putting these songs together and to be able to get the talent behind them, behind me to be able to make these songs into what they are. It's just phenomenally beautiful. And the album art is super cool.
It
My
is.
tattoo artist out of Colorado did those for me. So
Really?
yeah, his name's Ben Kaiser. He's out of Steamboat Springs. I met him. Honestly, it wasn't at Music Fest. We go through Steamboat in the summertime too, just because it's pretty and we love being in the mountains in the summertime. And uh, actually he's the one that did my mountain tattoos on my arm, and been great friends over the years. And I reached out to him as we were putting this album together. I was like, hey, you want to do some album artwork? And he's like, yeah, I've never done that before. So
Oh,
he
what a good opportunity for him too.
yeah, so get to spread the word about him. And like I made him an awesome, like, framed up a copy of him for him that's hanging in his shop now. So we're gonna get to go see him later this month and say what's up and maybe get some new artwork done. So
Oh, I'm jealous about that, but I want to
I'm
touch on something that you were kind of covering there. Um, in a world that we were raised in, brought up in, there is one lesson that we're not taught, and that's to love yourself. And that's I'm coming at that from a woman's perspective. Usually it's a physical beauty type deal, and we're just trained inherently to hate ourselves and think that everything's wrong. But That took a lot of work for you to love what you were doing so much that you don't even care who it reaches.
Right.
It was so undeniably yourself, and you are finally proud of yourself. It takes a lot of living and learning to get to that point. And I hope people heard those words and can adapt no matter what you're doing. If you're
Oh yeah.
sharing art, or if it's a career thing, or if it's within yourself, or if it is your physical appearance, God, I hope you can discover who you are and do it on purpose, because Jack and I have recently learned what a wonderful feeling that is.
Oh yeah, you just hold your head up and breathe right, and because one of the biggest things I've learned this year, I think doing the whole album has been a good caterer to that, is that at the end of the day, like we're all just grown up kids out here
Yeah.
doing our best to like run these like the big brick and mortar buildings and the facade. That's exactly it. It's a facade for the most part. Like it's all just like the other things that people built to make them seem more special, and they're not. We're all just normal dudes out here. And I was watching a doom scrolling on something the other day, and this old guru guy, I don't even know what his name is, but he was sitting there and he was like, people, musicians, whether they're famous or whoever they are, like there's nothing special about any of us, any of
Mm.
these people. Like we just do a thing. Like, and I'm sure you do things that I can't do, and there's nothing, no reason to like freak out over stuff. But like, of course, get excited about music and meeting people, obviously, that have influenced you. But like at the end of the day, we're all just normal people out here doing our best, trucking along to do what we can. And once you can just be like, okay, like what's your viewpoint? Where are you standing on this right here? And let's work with that together and to accomplish whatever our goal is. And if our goal is to have a good time, then we're gonna have a good time right here at Party on the Patio.
I am so ready for Party on the Patio. Just one last question about the album. Once again, Going Places comes out August 11th. Can you still pre-order, or do we just have does everybody just have to wait now?
You can everything is still available through the website. One of the biggest bonuses of the getting being of the original pre-orders whenever we had the big party at the beginning of the year is all those people got their name in the back of the or on the vinyl sleeve and stuff like that.
Is my name
And
on there?
Corliss,
Did I not look close enough? I read your note to me.
it is it's on here. I know it's on here. Corliss and Adam Neetheimer. Neetheimer.
Uh-oh. Can I point out something very, very funny?
Oh no, did I spell it wrong?
No, you used my ex-husband's last name.
Oh no,
That
I'm
was
so
my legal
sorry.
last name when I ordered that vinyl.
I thought
Adam and I's last name is actually McAllister. That is so freaking hilarious.
sorry, Adam.
Shout out to my ex-husband, Ben Hammer.
Mm, and
Well,
see,
I know that's funny. We're both turning red now. That is hilarious. And I'm so glad you pointed that out, because I didn't know that you had put my name on that. And I'm very honored to have my name on a piece of work like this. I hope you do know that. And that is very special to me.
oh,
Thank you.
good.
Thank
Yeah,
you
no,
so
thank you.
much.
I'm sorry that it's eternally wrong.
Well, if you go to reprint those, maybe change the name. But to everyone else that already has it, it's now a collector's item. Like, remember when the Beanie Babies, the dolphin and the whale came out with switch tags? I have those, by the way.
Oh, fun.
So now they're just unique, and it's a limited edition.
Yeah, there you go.
God, that last name haunts me. All right, y'all, come see Jack Nelson, one of my favorite friends and Aggie Land artist, Jack Nelson, at Party on the Patio from 6:30 to 8:30 tonight at my favorite barbecue joint, Cooper's Old Time Pit Barbecue. He is going to play the new single Roadrunner. He's going to play all the new stuff off of Going Places and tell you the actual story behind them. And then make sure you follow Jack Nelson for the release of Going Places on August 11th. And Jack, as always, my friend, great to hang out with you and have a few laughs.
Love you. Thank you so much for having me, Corliss. It's been a blast.